Hello, Sergeant Devil Dog here, and welcome to episode 26 in my series on construction simulators. In this episode, we're going to continue on where we left off in episode 25, finishing our boardwalk. So we've moved our truck off the job site, so we'll just jump out of our truck, run back around to the material we placed on the ground, and we'll unpack all the material. Just head into the trailer. Simply hold your triangle button down to unpack all this Rio. Let's go. And as you can see, it's set up a fair bit of path that we have to concrete. It's also asking us to concrete a statue base. So what we need to do is actually go get our concrete truck and pump. So we can spread out some concrete. So what we'll do is we'll bring up our vehicle fleet and we'll return the soil roller back to the store so it can be refueled and repaired, and we'll actually grab our concrete truck out and we'll fast travel to our concrete truck. Just holding the X button down. Right, we'll change our camera view and we'll drive our concrete pump back to the job site on the beachfront. And then we'll set it at pump up and start filling in the concrete path. So what I'll do is as I go out the gate, I'll cut the video and I'll catch up to you when we get down to the job site. Right, we're coming up to the job site, so I'll change the camera angle. What I'll do is I'll just pull off the main street just here and do this centre section of the footpath first. So we'll just drive up to the centre here and actually set up our concrete pump, and that way I can do the path heading out to the centre here and the one on the left hand side to start with. Then we'll reposition the truck and do the footpath on the ocean side of the job site. So we'll put our legs down, then we'll lift our boom up. This is a 3-stage boom, so you've got to lift the main part up, swing out the second arm underneath, then fold over the far arm. As you can see, there's a green circle on the ground. That shows you where the nozzle will spray the concrete out of the pump. So we'll try to get over in this top corner first. Once we've got it in position, what we now need to do is load the concrete into the truck. So we'll quick fill the truck with a load of concrete. Now we need to start the discharge of the concrete truck up, and then we need to start the pump up. So there you go, the concrete's starting to flow out of the nozzle. Once you've actually filled up the area fully, we'll stop it now. The circle goes from green to white. Now we need to move the nozzle around, and actually we can restart the pump again. So I'll reposition the nozzle. You can actually leave the pump running, but I like to stop the pump so you're not wasting concrete or spilling concrete outside. So we'll start the pump up again and we'll start running it again until it turns white, and then we'll reposition the nozzle. We'll swing around and do big arcs. So there we go, it's gone white again, so we just need to move the nozzle around a bit more so it goes green. Right, I've repositioned the nozzle, so we'll restart the pump. Start the discharge, restart the pump. Oh yeah, same way out of concrete, start to refill the truck. We still had 3/4 of a load, I don't know why it's done that. Start the discharge, we'll start the pump. Rightio, just quickly move the nozzle across so it keeps going green. Once it goes white, we'll move it along a bit further and just try to do this whole run. Rightio, then we'll move it a bit further along, splashing the concrete out as much as we can by lifting the boom up. Once it's white, our clock will stop actually counting going up on the quantity we spread. Right, boom out a little bit longer, spreading it out. Once you've actually filled the job out, it will smooth itself out. We'll go back and fill this little corner in. That's all full now, so head back over. As you can see, it's actually draining out of our trucks nice and slow, so you should be able to fill up a fair bit of this footpath. We'll spread out. Just keep moving your nozzle around until your circle goes white, and then just keep moving it around once it goes green. As you can see, we're filling in this area nicely, just extending out a little bit and doing loops back and forth, and just letting the concrete run in. So we'll keep going over, trying to do as much as we can before we have to move our truck again. Right. Just about do this whole panel with this load. Right, we're just about running out of room. We've reached as far as we can, so we might have to reposition the truck. What I'll do is I'll take advantage of having to reposition the truck, and I'll stop the pump, and I'll cut the video here and start it up when we get closer to ending the job. Right, yeah, we're at 96%, so I've repositioned the pump. So what we'll do is we'll start the discharge up, then we'll start the pump up, and we'll start moving the nozzle around until it goes white. The green circle goes white. Oh, there we go, it's finished the job. Rightio. As you can see, it automatically filled in the rest of the path, so we'll pack the job up, we'll pack the pump up. Now we'll put our legs up on our truck. Now we have to move over to our right hand side, and we have to concrete the footings for where we're going to put the statue, which is in the block to our right. We'll reverse back around the job. Since that's freshly poured concrete, we don't want to drive on that. We'll go right around. Try not to drive up onto it. Swing out wide. What we'll do is we'll bring our concrete pump over to the job site next door. So what we'll do is we'll sneak around the end of the footpath and over towards that circle in the block next door. That's where our statue stand is going to be. So we'll just park up on this paved area here. We'll reposition our pump, put our legs out. There we go, so place our legs out. We'll lift our boom up. Swing our arm under as we swing it out. Then bring the nozzle over. And you have to fill up this whole round circle with concrete. So we'll start our discharge up, start our pump up. And as you see, the concrete's just pouring out nicely, and we'll just move around inside this circle until we hit 100%. Nice easy little area to fill in. Took me a tiny little bit to find. There we go. Filling in nicely. Just trying to splash the concrete up so it covers the full surface. Back and forth. Head back around. Lift back up and crowd your nose down. Fill at the back end. We've only got a little bit to do in the centre here. We should finish this job. Right, got to lift our boom up, push our nose down, and there we go. We hit 100%. We're finished with our concrete. So it's actually asking us to move our concrete truck off site. So what we'll do is we'll pack up our concrete truck and then drive our truck off site. Swing around this way. Drive out the gate down this end, around the concrete, and park it to the left hand side of the block. Drive over here, park outside the blue square. So just pull up here. It's also saying our semi-trailer we parked out on the front street is inside the blue square, so we'll just have to reverse this back a little bit. As you can see, the blue square goes out onto the street, so we'll just have to nudge this truck so we're outside the square. Now we'll just nudge back a tiny bit. Right, there we go, we've got the truck outside the square. Right, now it's actually asking us to bring some sand to the job site, so we'll jump in our dump truck, drive onto the job site, And down here it wants us to pour the sand in a yellow designated square. So it looks like they're going to make garden beds or something here. So we'll just reverse around, reverse right back up to the edge of the concrete wall. We just slowly tip the sand out as we drive forward, and we'll just do a few runs until we empty the truck out and see how far we get with one truckload. So just listen for the sand to start coming out, then we'll just move forward. Tipping it out. Right, once we get to the edge of the yellow, we'll lower our tub, we'll drive forward, reposition the truck, and we'll tip our next bit of sand out. Right, up to the wall, start lifting our tub up. We're up against the wall, move forward a tiny bit, lift our tub. We'll start driving forward until we empty our truck. Empty the truck fully out. We're about 60%, so we're going to have to buy another truckload of sand. So we'll quick buy another truckload of sand. And what we'll do the same job, but we'll move further around to the left-hand side. Looks like we'll have to put out this full load as well. So I'll move right over to the left and do a run up against this concrete wall, and then I'll do a second run to the right-hand side in the middle between the two piles of dirt. Right, we'll start moving forward. Right, stop. Right, reverse back a bit, swing the nose of the truck around. Reverse back and try to line up in between the two piles of dirt. And hopefully by doing this full run, we should finish the job, this stage of the job. Right, there we go. We didn't pour too much out and saying the job's finished, so what we'll do is we'll pour all the sand out, because it's now actually asking us to get a load of soil. So I'll clear the job site. Alright, now that job's finished. Now it's asking us to get soil. So the first two loads was sand, now we have to get soil. So what we'll do is we'll go into our inventory and quick buy a load of soil. And as you can see, there's a designated area we need to tip it off on the other side of the footpath. So I'll turn the truck around. I'll reverse up into the yellow box and then I'll quick fill the truck. Once I'm in position, so highlight the man, now go around to the soil icon, quick buy a load of soil, and now we'll do the same thing. Simply lift your tray or your truck up, and as you start pouring the soil out, just drive forward, spread it out over the block. Alright, percentage is going up, so we'll move forward, stop that run, drop it back down. We've only got 21%, so we'll do the same thing. I'd say it would mostly take 2 full loads of soil to finish this job. What I'll do is I'll head over and do this far left hand side first. So I'll do the 2 outer ones, and my second load I'll put in the middle between the 2 jobs. Reverse right up into the corner. Right, then we'll start lifting the tub up. Start driving forward, tipping the soil out. Right, it's not a very big run, so we'll stop and we'll do a second run on this left hand side. So that's 3 runs in total. We're only at 37%, so we're definitely going to have to buy another truckload of soil to tip off. Right, start tipping again. Right, we use the whole amount of soil. Alright, so what we'll do is lower the tub, so we'll quick buy another load, and we'll put our second truckload of soil out. Alright, go soil, quick buy, reverse back to the wall, start lifting our tub up and moving forward. So it's 80-81%. Right, not very long runs. So very quick. What we'll do is we'll try to make this a long run to empty the whole truck out. 92%. So hopefully this run should finish this part of the job off. And there we go. It didn't take too much to finish the job off. Now it's actually asking us to clear the truck off site. We've still got a bit of soil in the truck, so we can always sell that. Rightio, now it's actually asking us to unload the rest of the material off the back of the truck that we picked up from the building supply store. If you didn't pick it all up the first time, you'd have to travel back to the building supply store. But since we used our semi, we got it all in the first load. So what we'll do is we'll reverse back down the street and then swing in down the driveway, and we can offload all the remaining material. So we'll swing out wide and try not to get the trailer hooked on our truck. Alright, we'll just drive down here. Drive past where the material needs to be dropped off. Hold the square button in, set our crane legs up. And then we can start unloading all our pallets off the back of our truck. Alright, lift our crane arm up. Swing our lower arm underneath and out. And we'll swing back around. We'll boom out. Lift up a little bit, boom out. What we'll do is we'll start with this pallet of Rio first. That goes on the left hand side. So we'll try to line the hook up. Hit the X button. We'll pick it up. Swing to our left. And just lower it straight down. So hit the X button to unhook. Then we'll swing back around. We'll boom right to the back of the truck and pick up this first pallet of timber. Right, pick it up. This time we'll swing to our right. It's the first longest piece of pallet of timber, so we'll just lower this piece in place, hit the X button, it'll drop into place. There you go. What we'll do is lift our boom up, retract our boom, swing back around, pick up our next pallet of timber. Need to boom out a little bit. X. Swing back to our right. We'll go to the far drop off point. Booming it out, lowering down, booming out. Right, went a little bit too far. We'll swing back to the left, drop it down, hit X. Now, as we're swinging back to our left, we'll extract in the hook, pick up our last pallet of timber, lift it up, swing back to our right, lower it down slowly. Oh yeah, hit the X button, be unhooked. Now we've got 2 pallets of material left. Pick up the first pallet first. Hook up. As you can see, it's highlighted our pallet to our right, so we'll swing over to our right, extend our boom out, and lower it down. Right, swing it around a little bit. Right, hit the X button to drop the pallet off. And then we've got 1 pallet remaining. Swing back around to our right, bring our boom in, lift our boom up a bit, we're a bit low. So we can boom back in. Boom back in, hit the X button, hook up, and lift out, and we'll drop it on the far side of the Rio. Extend our boom out. There we go, far enough. Now we can lower it down, hit the X button to disconnect. Now it's actually asking us to remove all our vehicles off site. So we'll put our legs up on our truck. There we go, it's highlighted the blue area we need to remove our vehicles from. So what we'll do is we'll go into our vehicle fleet. We don't need the trailer anymore, so we can return the trailer back to the shop to get repaired. We'll move the truck as well. There we Rightio. Now what we'll do is we'll actually run over and drive the dump truck. So it's outside the blue square. We'll just park it out on the front street. Now we'll just climb in, just swing out on the front street. And there we go, we've actually cleared the job site. Let's swing it around this way. Pull up, and jump out, run back around. And it's actually asking us to unpack the material. So what we'll do is we'll head over to the Rio and unpack the Rio, holding the triangle button down. Rightio, it automatically filled in the Rio and concreted the area automatically. Now it's asking us to unpack all the wood timber. So we'll head over to the timber and actually hold the triangle button down to unpack that. Right, it looks like it's built one pergola. It's actually asking us to build a second pergola. We need to put 4 legs in. So what we need to do is get our crane back so we can actually reposition the 4 legs of the pergola, and it looks like we need to lift the roof onto the pergola. So what I'll do is I'll go in the vehicle fleet again and we'll get our crane truck back. Alright, so we've got our crane truck back. What I'll do is I'll drive up here onto the footpath, hold the square button in, put our legs out. We should have enough reach to actually reach our 4 legs to put up. Swing our boom out, swing around the front of our truck. We've got enough height so we can work over the front of the truck. We'll extend our hook out, pick up our 4 posts, simply lining up our white circle with the blue circle on the top end of the posts. Right, we need to lower our hook pretty much right onto the ground so we can hook up our cable. Righto, hit the X button, hook our first cable up. We'll lift up, we'll swing across to our left. Extracting in, swinging across to our left. Try to line up the white circle over top of the post and simply drop it down. So we need to boom back in a little bit. Alright, lower it to the ground, hit X to stand the post up. And then we'll swing back around and grab our second post. Alright, need to lift up a tiny bit, extend our boom out. As you boom out, you're getting lower to the ground, so you've got to keep lifting up so you don't run into the concrete. Alright, swing across, need to boom out a tiny bit more and then lower the hook. Hit the X button, lift up. Right, we'll swing this one around. It's pretty much lined up, you just have to bring it in a tiny little bit. Just tiny little bit. Move to our right a tiny bit, swing to our right. Oop, lift up, boom out a tiny bit, move back to the left. There you are, swinging, so we just need to boom out a tiny bit. There we go, lower it down, hit the X, drop into place. 2 more legs to go. We'll boom out a little bit, pick up our next leg, lift up. Try to do the one closest to the truck this time. There, boom it straight in, pretty much lower it straight down, hit X. This one's in place, and we'll boom back out and pick our 4th leg up. Lower the nose down, lower the hook down. Rightio, boom forward and lift up a tiny bit, hit the X button. Pick our 4th and final leg up. Swing it around to our right, boom back in, try to line it up so when we boom back in we're working in a straight line. Alright, slowly drop it, a bit more, drop down, hit the X. Now it's asking us to lift up the roof of the pergola. So we'll try to line up the circle over the centre of the roof. Hit the X button and hook the chains up, lift up. Make sure you lift the pergola up high enough so you get it over the legs. When you actually bring the roof of the pergola over top of the blue designated area and it goes green, simply hit the X button and you can drop it into place. Now it's actually asking us to put some concrete blocks into place, so what we'll do is we'll pack up our truck, move it out onto the street, and then we'll go find where we've got to put these concrete blocks in. So park it over here on the edge of the street so it's clear of the job site. We'll jump out of our truck and we'll go find these concrete blocks. So run over this way and have a look. There's our nice 2 pergolas we've just built. Run over this way, as you can see there's a blue highlighted area in the background, so we've got to come over here and place some concrete blocks into place. There it looks like the concrete blocks are there, and it's got a position so we can put our tower crane up. So we'll hold the triangle button down. Do you want to put up your tower crane? Yes. Hold the X button in. Now we've got our tower crane up. We need to extend our hook out a little bit and then lower it all the way to the ground. As you lower the hook to the ground, it will change your camera angle to zoom in on the hook. So what we need to do is line up our white circle on the ground with the blue circle on top of the concrete blocks again, and then hit the X button to hook up the cables to the concrete blocks. Rightio, we're just about on the ground. So we'll line it up so the blue circle goes green. Right, hit the X button, we'll lift the block up, and what we'll do is we'll swing around to our left and start at the left end of the wall and work our way back to the main street. So we'll simply work all the way to the very end. Drop the first concrete block into place, so we'll lower it down. When the blue square goes green, we'll hit the X button to disconnect the block. Now we'll swing back around and pick up our second concrete block. We'll line our white circle up over top of the hook. Lower our hook down. There we go, hit the X button and pick up this block. Oops, I've knocked them all over. What we'll do is we'll swing this block around and put it next to the first block. And what I might do is actually cut the video so you don't have to watch me put all the blocks into place. And I'll come back to you when we're placing the last block. Alright, I'll swing this one in, lower it down so it goes green, hit X. Rightio, we're up to our last block now. Just lowering the hook down. Need to swing away a little bit, hook the chain up, lift this block up. Swing across to our right. Alright, still swing across a little bit. Alright, we'll lower it down. Once it goes green, hit the X. Now it looks like we're putting a set of seats or a set of stairs in. So we've got 4 more pieces of concrete we need to put into place. So I'll grab this first piece, lift it up. It can even be the first section or the last section of the stairs. So we'll put it down the first section first, closest to the street. Now we'll just drop it down. Now when it goes green, hit the X button. Now what we'll do is we'll pick up the next big section. So it looks like there's 2 small sections and 2 big flat sections. So we'll pick up the other big square section first. We'll put this on the top. So we'll lift it up just high enough to get over the concrete pillars we put in, concrete wall. We'll lower it down, swing it around a tiny bit, lower it down a bit more, gone too low, hit the X button. Now we have to place these 2 other steps in between. We're just trying to line the white circle up with the blue hook. There we go. We lower the hook down, hit the X button, pick up. These 2 pieces look the same. So it doesn't really matter whether we put it on the top section or the bottom section. We'll try for the bottom section first, if we can. Lower it down, try to get it past the wall so it doesn't actually get caught on the edge of the wall. So we'll swing out a little bit. Try to swing it back in underneath. It's highlighting the top section. We want to try to get the bottom section. Alright, doesn't look like it's going to highlight the bottom section, so we might have to put it on the top. Oop. Trying to drop it lower. Doesn't look like it's going to work, so we might just have to put it on the top one. Lower it down, hit the X button. Now we'll have to try to squeeze this last section on the bottom run. So we'll line our white circles up. Line it up, lower our hook down, hit the X button to pick up, lift up, swing out, get above the wall, swing out wide and then slowly bring it back in, and hopefully it should drop into place. Lower it down, drop it on the bottom one. Yep, there we go, hit the X button. There we go, it's prefabbed another wall in. Now what it's asking us to do is actually go pick up another pallet of material. So what we'll do is we'll lift our crane up a tiny bit, bring our map up and have a look where we need to go. Right, we need to go over the industrial estate. So what we need to do is fast travel in, get our truck and trailer again and head out to the industrial estate. So I quickly brought them out of storage, fast travel to our truck. So what we'll do is we'll drive out the front gate, and since it's all the way over the industrial estate, I'll cut the video and I'll restart the video once we actually get over into the industrial estate near where we need to pick up the container. Alright, so I've just turned out on the street. Rightio, we're just pulling up to the job site where we actually need to pick up our material. So we just head over this way. Doesn't look like it's actually a factory, it just looks like it's the shipping container sitting here on the edge of the driveway. So we'll just nudge forward a little bit. We'll set up our crane. We'll just lift this shipping container on the back of the trailer. Alright. Lift our boom up. Swing our underarm under. Yeah, there we go. We'll extend our boom out. Try to get dead center over the shipping container. Looks like a fairly big shipping container, so I'm quite glad I bought this big green trailer and not the other trailer. I don't think it would have fit on. Right, so lift it up. Try to get it as far back as I can so it doesn't get caught on the neck of the trailer. Need to extend out a little bit. Lower it down. Swing it across to the right a little bit. Lower it down. There it goes green. Hit the X button. We'll lock into place. Now we'll repack our crane up. We'll put our legs back up and we'll head back down to the beach and we'll drop this shipping container off. Now I'll change the camera view. Back out. We'll drive back out onto the street. And what I'll do is once I get back out on the street, I'll cut the video again. And I'll catch you when we get back down to the boardwalk and we'll find out where we need to position this shipping container. Alright, we're coming up to our job site again. Change the camera view. If you like this video, please feel free to hit the like button on the bottom left hand side of your screen. Looks like the shipping container needs to be dropped off over here near the crane, so we'll just pull up out on the main street. And please feel free to subscribe to my channel. I've got just under 300 subscribers. I'm trying to get 500 in the next couple of weeks, so please subscribe to my channel. Alright, we'll swing our crane around and use our tower crane to pick this shipping container up and actually place it. Hopefully we won't drop it on our car. Line the hook up, lower our hook back down. I need to lift it up a tiny bit. Our hook's a little bit too low. Alright, swing it around a tiny bit. No. You need to swing it around. Get it over the top of that circle. There we go. Hit the X button to hook up. Lift it up clear of the fence and up clear of our car. Alright, we'll swing it back around and in. We've got no way of actually changing the angle of the shipping container, so we'll just put the nose over the green box where it's got to go, and then we'll just drop it off and it should position itself. Hit the X button, it'll position. Right, now it's actually asking us to clear all vehicles off site, so we'll start with our crane by holding the triangle button in. If you want to pack up, hold the X button in and our crane will pack up. So we'll just run over here onto the street, and what we'll do is we'll go into our vehicle fleet and we'll send all our vehicles back to the stores, put it in storage, so we'll actually repair and refuel all our vehicles, leaving our green truck here, and then we can actually go over and talk to the tourist officer and see what she's got to say about us upgrading the boardwalk. Alright, so we've packed everything up. Now we'll exit out of here, we'll run down to the tourist officer and have a nice chat with her again.
With this new look, the beach promenade is ready to be featured in any tourist brochure again. I hope that soon it will return to being the popular strolling area for tourists and residents that it used to be. I'll hire a photographer immediately, since we now have to focus on promoting this city. Many thanks to you and your team. You really did a great job here.
Rightio, it looks like we've completed our job. Boardwalk's looking pretty nice, so we'll leave the video here. I hope you enjoyed both videos explaining on how to do the boardwalk job, and I hope to catch you on the next video. We'll try to find a new job that we haven't done before. Rightio, bye for now, thanks for watching.